up, y'all? So as you see, I have the car in the air currently because I am getting ready to, I've already started on trying to lower it. This side is like at 1.5 inches, and the other side is I'm finna match it to 1.5 inches and see how that looks. I'm not trying to make it crazy low, like I ain't trying to lower as much as the Accord, because I want to keep these mud guards on. That's literally the whole thing for me wanting to keep it not too low, because I want to keep the factory mud guards on. So, but yeah, while I'm doing this, I was also able to pick up some new wheels for the Q45. My buddy was on Marketplace and he had these wheels up for a good minute, but as you see, and I finally hit them up because I wasn't going to, since they weren't the best condition. But I was like, fuck it, they look good on here, so I want to go ahead and grab them. I can always get the curb rash cleaned up, but yeah, I picked these guys up. They're what, Enza Vittora. Probably not saying that right at all. I honestly never heard of the brand. I just like the way they look. I don't know if they're probably reps. I don't know. I see a lot of Beamer guys run them, so don't shoot me. I don't know. But one of these motherfuckers got a bend in it. I mean, as you can see, I think all of them have some fucked up rash that eventually I'll get filled and cleaned up. But one of these, where is it? This guy? I think, yeah. This lip is fucked, dude. Here too. This shit is fucked. I was just gonna heat it up and hit it with a hammer myself, but I'll probably just get it professionally done. If I even keep these wheels for long, I might just flip them. But yeah. They are 18 by 10.5 plus 22. So they'll fill out on this thing pretty well. But yeah. So let me get done with adjusting the coilovers on this. Get it. The car came with BCs on it, so I got lucky in that regard. So they're pretty old BCs too, but they still spin freely. They weren't C's. I had to hit with a little WD-40 to get them move a little bit easier. I was able to do it without, but you know, it just makes it easier. I was gonna do 2 inches, but this side got upset at 1.5, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just do 1.5. But yeah, I was gonna hold off on lowering it for longer, but I gotta drive low. This car is mad comfortable too. You wouldn't even realize its own coilovers. Granted, the dampening's all the way to soft, so I'll probably keep it to that. I'll probably keep it there unless it starts to scrape or something. Then I'll stiffen it up a little bit. Just have to see how the wheels sit on it before I mess with the camera at all. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna stop yapping. I'm gonna get this side lowered, twist it down to 1.5, and I'll throw the wheels on and see how they look. Then we'll move to the rear. We're into two problems. So the Vittoras don't fit on the front. They make contact. Look how much different that is. That's crazy already. They make contact with the coilover, so I have to get a spacer. And with the Mori being 10.5 wide, I don't know how well that would be, but I just have to bring the camera in up front more than I will want to if the spacer clears it. They should be fine in the rear, but we'll see once we get there. But cause I'll just run them in the rear, fuck it. And problem 2, this thread got chewed up, taking the wheels off, and this thread broke, taking the wheels off. So I gotta throw new studs in this thing. Eventually I gotta do brakes. I gotta do front brakes, so I'll do the studs at the same time. Hopefully they just knock out like normal, but we'll fucking see. I gotta look it up and see. So we're just throwing the stocks back on the front though, and going from there. So Wheels back on, so let's go ahead and throw this down, see how she looks in the front. And there's a cinder block under here. I completely forgot the cinder block I put under here. Oh, let's take that off. Take two without the cinder block. Oh, just son of a bitch. Not much of a difference, but it definitely looks better at this height. It'll probably sell a little bit too. I don't know how coil would work. I just know twist to make them go down. But yeah. And I still have, let's see, how much more room do I have between the, cause this is what I want. I want to protect this, so. I got 3 inches, so I can go down another inch if the coilover doesn't decide to be angry with me. Got the rear up. I just went from the side, put a block of wood in there to maybe help it. I don't fucking know, but went from the side and got it adjusted up about 2 inches from eyeball with a tape measure. I ain't measuring it the right way. I just want to make sure I have something to base it off of, so this level is even on both sides. I ain't trying to have it wonked either way. So as long as it's even, I don't care how much I've actually lowered it. But that's about 2 inches. That's about 1.5. So we're just gonna go from there and start cranking it down. I gotta look up, cause I don't know. Like I'd imagine, I don't fucking know. I'm gonna just start yapping and make no sense, so I'm not even gonna yap. But yeah. So we'll crank that down, get the other side up, crank that down, and see how it turns out. Alright, got it done. The rear is kicking my ass, bro. It is a lot harder to turn than the fronts. But some telemarketing going around. Jehovah's Witness, I don't fucking know. But damn, they're gonna come up here and bother me. You know, like motherfucker, you see them doing something. Anyways, but yeah, wheels clear a lot. Like I said, they fit on the rear. They clear a lot better, and that's 2 inches. So let's drop it down and see how this one looks. That's good. That's real good. I got the parking plug on. It sounds like it pulled the whole fucking. See, I definitely got a lot lower to go. Definitely. Well, not really a lot lower. Cause I wanna. Damn. See, part of me wants to be fender to lip, but that's gonna be way too much. But as it is, it's gonna look good. So let me go ahead and do this other side. Hopefully these motherfuckers make it to me. Ready? Get the wheel on. I already got it adjusted up. I just ended up taking the that bottom bolt out. I just took that bottom bolt out and spun the body up instead of trying to spin the coil down. A lot easier. Just gotta push it back with one hand, twist it with the other hand. We're good. So I'll finally get the rear all the way down on these clapped ass new wheels. And yeah, still gotta run and get the spacers for the front so I can put the front ones on, but they look good. They look good as fuck. Even at this height, it's just 2 inches lower. But shit, this look good. Man. And for the front, I probably won't go any lower in the front, maybe in a ½ inch, since the original plan was 2 and 2. But you see, I only have a couple of inches between the. I'm gonna flip in the ground, so I don't wanna lower the front no more because I want to keep them on. I don't want to take them off. So, but yeah, man. Let's go grab those spaces and throw them on. Hopefully they work. Bruh, so I'm out here. So pretty much, where are they? What did I do with them? One broken stud and a chewed up strip stud from when I took the wheel off initially. I had 3 good studs. Put the wheel back on after I realized the wheel couldn't fit. Alright. When they bring it back after I got these slip-on spacers, which the other side fit, so cool. I dropped it about another 1/2 inch, which is cool. But taking the factory wheel back off, boom, 3 broken studs. That was the same stuff. 3 broken studs. I was like, damn. So now I was dreading having to fucking find out how to replace the studs and whatnot on here. But luckily, it ain't bad at all. Take the caliper bracket rotor off. You can punch them through. There's plenty of space to get it up in there. What's the part number for these studs? So here are the front studs. Part number 610 320.1. That's the wheel bolt. Thread pitch right there. M12 by 1.25. And yeah, it was real easy to take all of this off, throw all this back on. These were 14s for the caliper bolts, and the caliper bracket was this, an inch or 7/8? It's a 7/8, and that's off. Pull the rotor off. You don't have to mess with this. Yeah, then you just knock them through with a fucking fat ass hammer. And then what I did was, where is it? So I just took a nut that was bigger than the stud. So don't fuck me. Boom. It's bigger than the stud. And just threw the nut on there, the lug nut on there, with the rotor off, by the way. And I first tightened it down with the ratchet. You just put like a pry bar or something in between 2 studs so it won't spin on you. And I just tightened it down with the ratchet at first, and then hit with the impact after, just to make sure they're seated, and we're fucking good to go. All of them still thread on like they're supposed to. I went out and bought these tuner lug nuts. I don't like them, but clearly I can't use any of these no more. So, because these are what are on the car. So eventually I get some decent lug nuts and keys. Preferably ones that those ET lug nuts that is like, it's got the crown and then it has a little shaft that comes out, just so it grabs better on these spacers. And then but yeah, I'll throw it all together. And like I said, I lowered the front another 1/2 inch. So cause I wasn't really liking where it was sitting when I put that side together. So but yeah, let me put this side back together, pads and all this, and then put the spacer on the wheel on, put it on the ground. Let's see how she look, all complete. All right, y'all, it's a couple days later, and but here we are with everything back on the ground, finished product. So yeah, it's been a couple days. I tried to record an outing, but it was in the middle of the night and I was like, this is stupid. But so for the fronts, I mentioned it, but I had to run spacers on the fronts because it makes contact with the back of the wheel, make contact with the coilover. So it's running these, like, I think it's like 5/16, which I think is like 8 mil or something. No, but it's roughly an 8 mil spacer. And this side was fine to grab. This side with the spacer, after I put in those new studs, the ones you get from AutoZone are slightly shorter than the OEM ones. which caused it, even though I had new studs in it, I still couldn't grab any threads. So I went and I waited till I got those ET lug nuts I was talking about, those extra thread lug nuts. So this is what I was talking about before, if I can get it out of here. So you got the seat here, and then there's extra length here with threads in it to grab on to spacers. So, and then comparing those guys with the normal ones. So if you don't roll away, like it's like that. So pretty much it moves the seat up. They're about the same length, but it moves the seat up. But anyways, so yeah, these are those ET lug nuts. Always a good idea to have these with spacers on instead of just running the little small bits of thread it does bite onto. But I did also go ahead and order extended studs, so those are on its way. Should be here sometime next week, and I'm gonna swap the fronts out and get new lug nuts for all the way around. I just don't really like these tuner lug nuts, these spline ones, because you can just go to AutoZone, get the socket itself, and then boom, somebody's gonna take your wheels. I need to do the same for this too. Get rid of these lugs. I just don't like these at all. Also, if you can see, the rears ain't poking all the way out anymore. I went ahead and threw the camber arms on. Didn't make a video for it, but they are on the car. And I just gotta get front camber arms to bring the front in some, and we'll be good. I just went with I got True Hearts. I'm on their coilovers, so I went with the camber arms as well because they're cheap. I feel like I should have went with the extreme camber ones just to bring it in a little bit more, because these are the normal ones and they're all the way in. So I should have probably went with the extreme ones, not to have extreme camber, but just to bring it in a little bit more than where it's at, so I can bring the rear back down. But you know, yeah. But this is what the Y33 is looking like. Q45, looking good, in my opinion. I could probably bring the rear down a little bit, but I'm happy where it's at now. I might take the mud flaps off and sand them down a little bit, shorten them a little bit, and clean them back up, since they are hitting as is, unfortunately. But I like the height it's at, so I might take them off and shave them a little bit and clean them up, repaint them if I need to, and then we'll be good. I really gotta get this repainted, or at least re-cleared, and it's only the bottom half of the door, and it's only the driver door and fender. So I don't know what happened there, because the rest of the car is fine, but I need to do some of that eventually. And the last thing is I started taking the tint off. The front windows, the front two windows got no tint on them. The rears still have their tint, so I gotta get the tint off these, off those. I gotta do the rear window too. I just really don't feel like it, because the tint's old and it's a pain. So I'm probably just gonna pay somebody to do that one, to be honest with you. I really don't feel like doing it, crawling all the way back up in there. But and I don't want to damage the sunshade, so we'll see. I'll probably end up doing it myself and just complain about it the entire time. But yeah, but regardless of that, this is about the wheels and lowering them more, and that's done. So I just wanted to record a a better outro than the one I had. It'd show y'all what it's looking like instead of just leaving it off. Because the other one, I didn't even have the front zone, so at least y'all can see it with the front zone. But yeah, It's raining, my phone's getting wet, it's already cracked up and buggy. So I'm gonna leave you off here. Is that tire flat? Is this motherfucker flat? Anyways, I'm gonna leave you off here. Deuces. Peace.